Hello, fellow gamers. This is the mighty Red Drumba. I'm currently growing plants and probably gonna sell them someday, but I gotta deal with some conditions. I gotta make sure I'm rodent free from my apartment. That include mices, bed bug, roaches. I took care of the bed bug problem. I still have to handle that damn roach problem, but that's spreading to my neighbor's apartment, and I can't sell my plants until the roaches are gone. And I still have to deal with gnats. And I also have to sanitize my whole apartment, clean it up, including the junk in that area on my coffee table, all the stuff, in order to sell my plant as a nursery. So yeah, um, I last night I did a bunch of shit. Like I had to take down a bunch of oh man, golden pothos. I called this plant the devil for 3 years, and it was a fucking devil to take apart, trim its leaf off. I had to propagate all the leaves, and now I have like 5 to 6 jars worth of propagation clippings from the golden pothos, or devil ivy, basically. So now I have to deal with clippings. Now I gotta deal with growing them. It's a pain in the ass. And now I got this grow light to grow the plants, and now I'm growing tomato plants, lavender, catnip, strawberries, spinach, and some few others that I have starting to grow out in my garden, in my home garden, basically. I have to deal with a little bit of an infestation, and I also have to deal with fungal flies and gnats, which I had for weeks. But now I'm managing it and putting apple cider vinegar with a few drops of dish soap. And then I took some lessons on taking care of your plants more. And still, I have to get an inspection from my local government thing or something, which costs a lot of money. In order for me to sell plants at the peddler, I would have to get a cart or a granny cart to sell the plants, then get some trays or something like that, then sell them in bottles or something like that. Or I could just give away the plants away. I have so many of these golden pothos, it's ridiculous. I still have to figure out how I'm going to start this business and how I'm going to manage it pretty well. I just have to figure out a way to fight the infestation and deal with everything else. I haven't seen a mouse recently in my apartment for days, and it's been gone for a couple days now. And I think there was an exterminator dealing with a mouse problem, and I think I killed all the mice from glue trapping them. I still put out glue traps here and there. Um, there's still some mice, but I haven't seen any mice in a while. So I'm kind of shocked to believe I haven't seen any crawling around in the apartment or some moving around. I think I got them all. Got rid of the whole hive. Now I was smelling something in the closet dead, but I'm unsure about that. And sometimes the golden pothos are toxic to mice. Somehow, I think a mice died in my closet, and I think it's due because it ate one of my toxic plants, like the golden pothos or the evergreen plant, those are toxic as well. Even the dumb cane. I also have a few other toxic plant. I can name a few. I don't know if that chestnut is toxic, but I do know the three plants on the tray that's on my tomato trellis cart that I just bought. Um, they're still growing good. I just have to plan things for the future, then deal with this big ass mess. I have to clean my whole apartment. It's ridiculous. And I recently bought a new AC to conserve power, but I'm using that AC. And I don't know if I want to install it because it weighs 96 pounds. So yeah, I had to carry that thing by myself up 3 flights of stairs. Unbelievably, I was able to do it by myself solo. I don't recommend you carry a 96-pound AC up 3 flights of stairs by yourself. Luckily, I had rest stops in between the flights, but that was the heaviest fucking box I've ever dealt with. And holy shit, that thing is heavy. I couldn't believe how light it was for me. Like ever since I started working in grocery, like dealing with 24 cases, my strength has improved. I lifting those 40 cases of purified signature select water up the store shelves back and forth, pushing a 600-pound or 700-pound U-boat manually without having to use an electric jack or anything like that. And you have to go over a bump. Yeah, I'm that strong, dude. Even though I weigh like 291, I can't believe I'm not losing weight while working at work. I don't know what is happening with my body, but I have been muscular with those arm strength, and they're getting stronger. Like, yeah, I've been lifting weights, going out for walks, and I still can't seem to lose weight, even though I do a minimum at work 10,000, 7,000 steps per day for 3 days out of the week. Then on Saturday, I didn't do anything Saturday besides waiting on packages, and Saturday I had a rest for a bit because I had anxiety that day. My mind was off and all that. It was kind of manic, but so far it's good. So yeah, roach issue, I still have to deal with that, and I've tried everything possible. I used roach bait, that didn't work. I use GROs, that helps sometimes, but they still can't kill the 100% of the population. It's a bitch to remove them. So my only option is try something else. I think they're like super roaches, like they're genetically can't die from the poisons that I give them, or regulation. But yeah, um, there's still more stuff to deal with, like cleaning my whole apartment, selling some furniture, trying to get rid of that entertainment stand I had for years, and I have to get rid of it, or I just throw it out. So I'm about to throw it out in 2 weeks. If it doesn't sell on Facebook Marketplace, get rid of it. I'm not gonna ship it. I just want someone to pick it up to a good home, or I could donate it to Goodwill. But it's kind of hard to carry a whole entertainment stand on your person. It's kind of hard. I don't think the bus company would like me to carry a whole entertainment stand on the bus. It's not a good idea. So there's only a few options that I have. Like, personally, where to get rid of this furniture, or should I just put it out the other way for someone to pick up? I don't know. There's a lot of connection to deal with. Like, I have to deal with junk mail and all that sort of stuff, and now I have to deal with a lot of stuff. I have to figure out what I'm going to do this week. So yeah, that's how my day's been going, and I also got some new plants. So I'm growing new plants, and I also repotted my bird nest fern. It was kind of root bound. It was a little bit root bound on top, and the bottom was less rooty than the top. So yeah, I've repotted my plants. Repotted two, basically. I had to deal with a whole bird nest of like devil ivy. It was like a whole massive devil ivy farm. It's like a whole lot, ridiculous amount. Yeah, now I got extra clippings. Now I'm growing more devil ivy, so I'm gonna turn the whole army of devil ivy in my whole apartment complex. But yeah, so yeah, it's a lot. I trust me. There's 5 glass jars jam packed in a tiny container that I'm just trying to get rid of. So yeah, I've been feeling all right. Got a bunch of groceries. Now I stock up on canned goods. I bought a shitload of canned goods. Bought 6 packs of oysters, 6 canned oysters, smoked oysters. And I got a bunch of eight Vienna sausages container, 3 cans of canned refried beans. And I had 4 cans of potatoes, and 4 cans of olives, and I got 4 cans of mushrooms, and It's a whole lot of food I got to deal with. And I don't know what I'm going to do with a bunch of canned goods. Keep it for the apocalypse. Because them aliens going to come here in November, dude. We're going to prepare for the apocalypse, dude. So, yeah. I'm not some crazy conspiracist. I just like to have food on me or emergency food. I like the doom prep and all that. Even though I'm a licensed amateur radio operator, I'm a technician class, and it's a lot of fun. I'm still trying to study for the general exam, but I haven't studied in weeks, and I go on and off, not studying or preparing to study for the test. I have to clean my whole setup in order to take the test online because there's no location near me that's reasonable public transit distance for me to take a ham radio test at home. It's a hard thing to do. So there's no way I could do a test at a place out of like town. You had to go to the next town suburb of Chicago. It's too far for me. Like there's a police station one, but I don't know if they're active. But yeah, it's kind of hard to get your ham radio license. It's better to do it online because it's convenience. But yeah, I recommend you do it in person so you don't have to like get nervous on doing the test and cleaning up your test space like last time. Like my desk was kind of a mess, and I had to clean it up and do the test. It wasn't. Next time, I'm gonna clean off the surface of the desk, clean everything off, and do all that sort of stuff. So yeah. So I think that's about it for today. I talked too much, and I need to take my medication for tonight. I forgot to take it. That's why I'm acting. So thanks for watching, and bye.